if I start rubber banding. The bandwidth has seemed a little better today than it has the last couple weeks.
So.
Stable. That's overrated.
Well, I mean, your connection is stable.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So you get inside and your dad's like, so what's the deal? Texted you through the night. Crazy stuff going on up in Springfield. Your mother, of all people, was at the accident site. Where were you?
Do you want the truth, or do you want to not ground me again for another month?
I need the truth if you're going to put it like that, Shar.
Okay, so some things happened and one of my friends got hurt, and so we went to the hospital in Springfield with them to make sure everything was fine. And then we came back and I didn't want to come home late, so I spent the night at a friend's house.
Whose place? Olivia's or what? You could have at least called me. I left you message after message.
I didn't get anything from you on my phone. You can even look.
He holds out his hand for the phone. Every teen's worst nightmare.
I reluctantly hand it over to him.
He flips it open. You see him trying to navigate. He's like, right there, 9 texts. You didn't open any of them. Hands the phone back to you. Why did I even give you this after you destroyed a perfectly good, expensive phone?
Well, I don't know how to work this piece of antique garbage, Dad. I'm sorry. And I spent the night at Drake's.
Who's it's now?
Drake?
You were over at his place?
Yeah, but his parents were home and I slept in the guest room and it was, you know, Colby was there. It was fine. It was fine.
He kind of gives you the side eye.
Right. It's and there's like that's when in the show there would be like the quick flashes of like skin and rolling around, and that's what it was fine. Yep. It was fine. I slept in my own room, and there's just like yeah, passionate kissing and sweaty bodies.
Yep, the old Star Trek Vaseline lens action.
Yep.
He's like, okay, fine. I just, you can't do that and not tell me at least. Do you know how worried I was all night?
I didn't think.
Yeah.
And I was just concerned about my friends because they were hurt and I wanted to make sure that everything was fine. And I should have contacted you. I know that, but believe me when I say I was distracted.
Yeah, I guess a major accident like that. So now it's your friend. That was Levi, right?
I don't know, Dad. He seems fine. Like almost better than before he went in. I don't know. I think it changed him a little bit. It was weird.
So what's the deal? You went off with Levi and then you stayed at Drake's?
Dad, I don't have time to talk about guys with you. This would be a better conversation to have with someone that's not my dad. Okay?
All right, it's pretty clear you want to change the subject, Shar. So, were you at that accident site?
I wasn't there when it happened, but
did you see your mom there? Did you see that on the TV?
I saw it on TV, but how could it have been her? It couldn't have been her.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all. And he's got a look of more than just confusion. It's almost like fear that you think that flits through for just a moment. He's like, I don't know, this whole town is so weird. It's just one strange thing after another. Hikers getting torn up, car chases.
The last 24 hours have been real weird. But I know that couldn't have been Mom. It couldn't have been. It has to be someone that looks like her or someone that dressed just like, but how could it have been her?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, look, I'm not going to ground you even more than you're already grounded. But I got to insist that if you're going to be going places, you at least let me know, because you got friends who are involved with drug gangs and meth dealers or whatever. That Levi guy, I think you should just keep away from him.
I don't have friends that are into meth, Dad.
Well, that's what the word is. There was some sort of kidnapping by dealers or something. I mean, look at that guy. I've never seen anyone that looked more like part of a gang than that kid. Gave him the benefit of the doubt and let you go out with him, but you need to keep away from him.
Because you think he does meth. Okay.
I don't know if he does meth. I just think he's involved in meth sales.
Okay. All right, Dad. Yep. You know, I get in trouble once and now all of a sudden I'm hanging out with meth dealers and you know, people that are on, you know, the wrong side of town. We live on the wrong side of town, Dad. If I'm going to be hanging out with anybody that's dealing meth, I might as well deal meth myself and make some money so I can get a better phone.
Perfect. He slams his beer down on the table and goes, fine, I'm so sorry I can't provide you the fine, lovely life you want. Why don't you just go back to your room and think about what you've done?
Fine, I will. I run, slam the door.
All right. Meanwhile, over at the Goldenrod, Colby, you had hot three-way action. We had metagamed just to kind of move things along a bit, that you had sent a text to Shar and Drake going something along the lines that was really intense, but I need time to process and deal with what happened. Something along those lines.
Sure.
I don't know if there's anything you would like Colby to have been doing during this time when everyone else was at school.
The only thing that I can think of is what being one of us feels like in computational terms. And that is something that I hadn't really thought about until we were going through the recap. I would throw that open to the group if anybody has a suggestion. Like, what happens when I attempt to access a part of my own storage that I don't own anymore?
I mean, I wonder if it's just like there is a network protocol that's attached to you that is unfamiliar.
You know? Yeah, I don't think that it's like it's honestly, it's probably more like packet sniffing. You have no clue what's happening.
Okay. It's either that or somebody's using my Wi-Fi. Like I didn't have like MAC address blocking on my Wi-Fi router, and like somebody's in there now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll buy that.
Yeah, that could be lurking in the background.
I mean, there could be like some processes running that are like they're like eating up some of your cycles.
Yeah.
But it's like small enough that it's hard to register.
Well, Can you have some cron jobs with them daemons running and stuff in the background? That'd be perfect.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't. What's the command? Commoded the correct directories, so that people have some read access but no write access, and certainly no execute.
Yep. And then Drake sends RM minus RF, and Colby's dead.
Yep. Yeah, you can telnet into me. It's fine. I mean, besides setting that up, I don't really know if there's anything that I wanted Colby to do. I think it's just kind of, this is beyond anything I did in the truck stop parking lot. This is just a little bit weird, and I can't shake the feeling that somehow I have somebody sniffing my packets.
Yeah, well, it definitely, so it could be the afterglow, is what you're feeling actually. And it's one of the few times you've maybe had intimate contact like that, and it's not been ultimately a business transaction of one sort or another.
Right. So
that's very off-putting. I'm also curious, what do you think it's like for Drake when he's picking up your thoughts? Do you think they would feel different than a human's, or do you think you have, how much true free will, whatever, if anyone has it, does Colby have?
I think it's probably pretty high, but if you're perceiving emotions or memories from the outside, I think that there would be a weird mechanical quality to them. I think that but how do I want that to read?
Like, would everything be like really crisp? Like where you would normally expect to overhear people's thoughts and things, that it would be like sort of fuzzy and qualitative, but yours is much more like literally flipping on a camera.
It's like super high res memories. Yeah, I like that.
The other thing that you might need to contend with is what belonging to something feels like.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it's perverse and it's toxic, but you are now part of Drake and his stuff. So, that might be that's a new experience, I think, for Colby.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I'm just taking some notes about this.
Nope, that's cool.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Did we discuss with, Drake and Colby having sex, how that affects the one of us portion for Colby, since he's not human or biological, or
that's kind of what we're working. No, it still works on him.
It does. Okay, it does.
Yeah, the virus evidently is more than just biological.
Okay.
Or Colby has enough fake biology that it affected him somehow. Because
Drake's kind of an idea.
Oh, there's that too.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe the virus has never really been biological as much as an idea that infects you. What was it that Dawkins, was it memes or something he said were a virus essentially?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there you go. You're just a bad meme that no one can shake.
I'm a dank meme.
All right. Well, should we skip ahead?
Yeah, we can do that. I have an active plan.
All right. Share your active plan, please.
Charlotte needs a new phone.
Yep.
Because if she is going to witness me seducing Gail, she's gonna need some high res pictures.
Yep. So that you can send her snaps.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So, and it's also a chance to test out my new hypnotic power.
Oh, yay. Let's go.
All right. So I want to go to one of those like cell phone kiosks in the mall. You know, or
Okay.
like, you know what I mean? They're like one of, not like a store, right? But one of these
Yep.
places that's run by like a single person.
Yep, a little Metro PCS booth or something
exactly.
like that.
Something that, but somewhere where I can get a decent phone. I can acquire a decent phone.
Yep.
I'm not paying for it.
All right.
Yep.
So clerks like help you out with something?
Yeah, I really need a replacement for uh, uh, for my girlfriend's cell phone. It's got to have good data connection and really like a good screen. Like that's really important. Good for and
So he puts out the newest Samsung,
yeah,
$1,500 phone, then the newest iPhone that's $1,500 and goes, I don't know, are you an Android guy? Or excuse me, is she an Android gal or is she an iOS gal?
And I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know. I mean, I'll Drake's an Apple guy.
Well, then
right?
you better give her Apple so you know that she's seen it in Reddit when you send her iMessages.
Exactly.
How can you control her otherwise?
Right. And so I just sort of like pushed the Samsung one back, and I'm like, this one looks perfect. And I asked him his name. I'm like,
Brandon.
Oh, hey, Brandon. Hey, I'm I really appreciate your service here. And like I kind of like touch his like forearm as he's like putting the phone out and look him in the eye and I say, I'm gonna need you to give me this phone and set it up so that I can use it.
Okay, I just need your credit card.
And
you gonna roll with hot?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with hot. All right. Get to the right window. Okay. Fingers crossed, everybody. Oh no!
4, 6.
That's a 6.
That's nicht so gut.
No, it is bad.
Oh, so it's a failure. He's like, look, I can't just give this to you unless you're kind of cute. It's like, we could have a little shrinkage in the stock. But here's the deal. I'll give you the phone later this evening if you'll meet me to do a couple bowls out in the woods, and we'll mess around a bit. Or not. No. He starts pulling it back.
Oh, I know. It's so...
There's another kiosk down the other end of the mall.
Yeah. No, I think I have to. I think I'm be like, yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Oh, it will be.
All right.
And he describes the place, and we're going to say that it's not far away at all from Gail's trailer.
Okay.
Out in the woods.
Great. This went perfect.
You're going to get a phone a little bit later on.
Yeah.
If your performance is up to snuff.
Oh, it will be. All right. Man, everything's just coming up great.
So this was probably after school already.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think.
Wednesday?
Yeah, it would be Wednesday now, wouldn't it?
Okay, so we just passed all the way through the school day then?
Yeah, unless you wanted to show up and do something at school. I think so we can set up a scene here. Well, for sure we can have Drake and Brandon out in the woods and have Gail come across them. Not sure what we want to do with Shar and Colby here. I guess I hadn't thought far enough ahead for scenes for how to work Colby back in.
I'm fine stumbling across Drake and his boy toy. It would be. I'm really curious though about what Gail's perception of Colby is like.
Oh, you could. We could have Colby working because you have a job now at Common Ground or Undergrounds, and you could pop in there. And plus, we know that Charlotte shows up there all the time expecting free beverages from staff, and could find out if Olivia's around at all or not.
Sure. And who is Olivia again? This is
Olivia is Colby's wannabe girlfriend.
Okay.
So she's an NPC. She's a bookie nerd that was Char's one real friend.
Okay.
In town before she stumbled into the mess that is Drake.
I don't know why she blames me.
And Olivia wound up taking the rap maybe for killing the nurse that Char beamed on the head with the bedpan because she flipped out when that happened.
I also crashed her parents' car into a fountain, and the parents ended up abusing her because I'm the world's worst best friend.
I remember that part from the notes now. Thanks for clarifying.
Yep, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, she has a abusive parents, or at least parent her mom for sure.
Cool.
So, all right.
Yeah, and Undergrounds is like a coffee shop or something?
Yeah, it's a coffee shop on the edge of town. It's not on the downtown strip.
Okay. Yeah, I think I could easily come up with a reason for Gail to be going to Undergrounds if we want to set up a scene between the three of them.
Yep, we could even have good old Drake come rolling through at some point too, because on his way out to the woods, might need to get a shot of caffeine to get fired up. All right, so Colby, you're at Undergrounds, and Olivia is MIA.
Uh-oh.
So she's still gone. Was this 2 days after the big whatever the hell happened between the highway? Oh, you're kidnapping, going to the hospital, escaping from the hospital. And, well, that's right. You've got some parents out there looking for you.
True.
Oh, shit. I got to remember that. Okay.
Those are not my parents, Kevin. Those are not my parents. So just to be clear, just to flash back to the TV for a second.
Yeah.
Were Levi and I ever shown on TV? Like, would people have known it was me and then like come into the coffee shop like, holy shit, what are you doing here? Or did Levi and I get away before other people started to arrive on the scene?
You guys were shot at long distance from News Chopper, from KY3's News Chopper.
Sure.
They have one now if they didn't already.
Yep.
And so I think, girls in the arts class were talking about having seen Levi naked, sprawled down the ditch, but you'd been strapped on to the gurney that got ejected from the cargo van. So it's less likely people might do double takes, but not know, that thing like, I think I've seen you before, but I don't know where. those cheekbones. I won't forget those cheekbones, but I can't place you.
Yeah.
So I think you're getting that. That might kind of like, you might be kind of tensing up every time someone gives you that long look.
Right. But as far as everyday locations, it's not like I'm getting any more recognition. It might just feel like people are looking at me strange.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. Then I am going to go about the business of my shift as normally as possible, pulling drinks, washing dishes, bussing tables.
Yep. And you're really good at it now after doing it for, 1.5 days? You've got it all nailed. You learned it very quickly.
It's like Forrest Gump assembling the gun.
If you say so. I've never watched the movie.
Oh, okay. I'll dig a YouTube video up. I'll dig a YouTube video up for you.
So, Shar, why don't we say that you've been released from captivity and allowed out with a strict curfew. Hopefully we can violate it. You need to be home by 9 because it'll still be light because it's still September. And so you probably went there hoping that maybe Olivia be there since you're persona non grata to her family and everything. Right. And you come in and there's Colby, who was oh so good the other night.
And I walk towards the counter and then I realize, oh yeah, the last time that I saw him, that happened. And I avoid eye contact as best as possible.
And I have the mouth open and the wave halfway up and then it just dies off as soon as I see her change trajectory at all.
But he's the only clerk. He's the only barista that's working since Olivia's not there, and I would look stupid just leaving. So I reluctantly go up and, hey.
What have you been? No, you go.
No,
go. What have you been up to? Damn it! No, you go.
How are you?
I am good. Is there something I can help you with today?
Chai, extra shot of the chai. I want it strong.
Is that your regular chai order, or would you like a dirty chai?
I think I need the dirty chai today.
One dirty chai with an extra shot. I'll call your name. Extra dirty. Yes, extra dirty. So yeah, I'm gonna go very pointedly make the drink.
And I didn't pay. Just walk away from the counter.
Shar's running an account evidently here.
Well, her crimes never stop.
I think as Charlotte's moving away from the counter, Gail is walking in, and Gail immediately sees Charlotte and kind of alters her course to move off toward the side of the place. And she kind of sits down in a chair, and then she realizes, oh, I didn't order.
Well, no one's come out to me to serve me yet. This is crazy.
Right. It takes a couple of minutes, and then she gets up and she starts to walk toward the counter, and she kind of flags her steps for a second, because what I'm thinking is that Gail is half fae, so she's this deeply natural person, and I don't know if Colby puts out any kind of weird vibe or something, but I just imagine that being a very odd personality pairing between the two of them, or humanity pairing between the two of them. And I think if I could, I'd like to start it off by gazing into the abyss and seeing if I can figure out what this weird vibe is that I'm getting from Colby.
You sure can.
Okay.
So you're not doing the bong this time. So what does that look like as you're gazing into the abyss here, trying to get a read on Colby?
Yeah, so her eyes, regardless of what they looked like last time, right now they're kind of hazel, but they're hazel in the sense that they're brown and have these green freckles kind of speckled all over them. And I don't know if anybody's close enough to really notice this, but when she stops and she's looking at Colby, the freckles in her eyes actually twirl around almost as if they're blown by a wind, like leaves blown by the wind. And so, yeah, I think she's just kind of taking him in, and her eyes are really wide and they're kind of swirling in that way. So whenever I roll, do I select the dice and then I just click roll selected, right? Do I have to add a modifier to it or anything, or do I just do that with my words?
Strictly brain power.
Okay, cool. All right, 3 and 5, so 8 plus dark. I got a 9 total. Yeah, so I guess the thing that I'm looking for what's weird with Colby. Like, what's the strange vibe that I'm getting from him? Kevin, I think you're muted.
You're muted. Yeah.
When you're focused on the wrong window, Control D doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Okay, I don't think I deleted a bunch of cells from the spreadsheet either. I was doing that. Okay, so alarming and confusing visions. So you kind of just like you're walking up there, looking at the board. You look down at Colby again, and you just kind of coast to a stop, and you get this weird metallic, like when you bite down on aluminum foil in your mouth. Yeah, Jim's favorite thing.
X-Guard.
Okay, I walk that back. But you get this ozone smell and feeling, and this scent of like machine oil, and you hear gears running, and it sounds like a semi is going to come and run you over. And it feels like all of a sudden you've been dropped into the middle of a busy superhighway, and cars are whizzing past you, and all of a sudden they turn into ones and zeros and blow away, and there's Colby standing in front of you.
Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry. Can I get like an oolong tea, conflict free oolong tea? Yeah.
Yes. I think we can do that. Pull whatever our house oolong tea is. Is this does this work for you morally?
Morally?
I mean, you asked for a conflict-free tea.
Yeah. No. It's Tazo. Are you serious?
It's always stock. I don't really have a choice.
Okay. Do you have fair trade coffee?
You realize this is conflict that you're causing.
What?
This is all we have. I'm really sorry. We do have fair trade coffee here. It's so we have a couple of different options for coffee. We have the light roast. We have our special today is the Nicaraguan. It's really good. And they all come from the same company. Please excuse my remark. It's been a little bit of a weird shift so far. Anyway, what would you like?
Well, like, so the Nicaraguan coffee, do you like know the name of the farmer conflict free, or do you just know that it's labeled as conflict free?
It's labeled as conflict free, much in the same way that the vegan biscotti are labeled vegan. I don't make them. I can't guarantee that.
So like with the, okay, so if I get the Nicaraguan conflict free allegedly coffee, do you have like, pasture raised milk that I can put in it, or what?
We do not. We just don't. So in as much as you can guarantee the quality of anything around here, like we can't have cows on the grounds. So we are left with taking the words of the people who supply it to us. That might be hard, but it's all we have, really.
Well, okay. So I guess I'll just have to take my chances with it then. So why don't you get me this Nicaraguan coffee, and I guess I'll just make two.
Okay. Would you like room for possibly or possibly not okay milk in there? Cream?
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great.
Sure. And can I get your name, please?
Oh, I'm Gail.
Gail. Nice to meet you. I'm Colby. This is the first time I've seen you in here. I usually have a pretty good memory.
Oh, I'm here and there. I live around.
Got it. Well, welcome in. We're happy to have you. This should just take me a second to pour. And I'll just meet you. It's
going to be a full second though, right?
I'll just meet you at the end of the counter.
Okay.
All right. Large Nicaraguan for Gail and a dirty chai for Charlotte up in the window.
So Gail is immediately like twirling her hair and looking away.
Whereas Charlotte, the minute she heard the name Gail, has been like boring her eyes into the back of Gail's perfectly coiffed hair, with just like beautiful tendrils of goddamn hate running through Charlotte's heart, and walks to the counter and kind of like reaches around Gail in order to get her chai.
Oh, and Charlotte, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be in your way.
Yeah, it's Jerry, right?
No, it's Gail.
Oh, right, like the force winds, right? Okay, got it. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I didn't see you at school here today.
Oh no, I had things to do. I needed to stay at home and work on some stuff, so I just skipped.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I know what it's like to have important things to do as well. Hey,
yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
I missed you yesterday. I thought we were going to hang out.
Oh, I've got this curfew thing. I got in a little bit of trouble with my dad. I had to go home. I couldn't come over. I'm so sorry. I'll come over some other time though. I mean, right? A promise is a promise.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. Yeah. I mean, we can hang out some other time. That'd be fine. I'd love to show you my place. I've got a hot tub out there. It'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. That hot tub. That sounds. Yeah, sure. Listen, you haven't seen Drake around at all, have you?
No.
Bing, bing.
No.
Yep.
Like you haven't seen him, since the last time we saw you together in a public setting or
Haven't seen who?
Oh, hi Drake.
Hi, Gail.
Hi, Drake.
Charlotte.
Hi.
I'm like, yeah. I kiss Charlotte and I'm like, but I'm standing in a spot that's like sort of right between them. It's like I'm somehow in both of their physical spaces.
Colby just made me a dirty chai.
I bet he did.
Roll hot. Please, Char.
Seven. What's my hot? I never remember. Ooh, +2, so 9.
All right. So 7 and 9, they can give you a string or choose one of the reactions. They give themselves to you, promise something they think you want, or get embarrassed and act awkward. So, Drake, how do you react to Char's possibly innocent innuendo and proximity, while knowing that she wants you to flirt so hard with Gail? She's right there.
She's right there.
And your boy crush from the other nights watching from across the counter.
Impossible. This is an impossible scenario, and it's great.
Dear Codex, I never thought it would happen to me.
Yeah.
I was so distracted, I didn't even greet the guy I had a threesome with the other night.
It's okay. He's not real.
So I think I take the chai and I like take a sip of it, and I say, I'm like, that is a dirty chai, and Colby sure knows what he's doing. And,
I'm gonna give me an extra shot.
And I say, oh, what's they say here about a hot tub?
Oh yeah. Well, I was just talking to Charlotte. It's not a big deal. Anyway, I've got my coffee now, so I guess I'll talk to you later, Charlotte.
Oh yeah. Really good to see you, Glade.
You know what? I kind of like that, Glade. Maybe I'll change my name. Oh, very cool. Well, thanks, Charlotte. And Colby, it was nice to meet you. And then as she's walking away, she's going to kind of like give a very subtle but pointed eye to Drake.
And I think he just like returns it, just full on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Gail's just going to go over and like sit in her chair. I imagine there's like a cozy chair kind of in the corner or something, and she's just going to sit there and kind of drink her tea, and maybe she doesn't have a phone, but she's got a notebook for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I turn to Charlotte and I say, like, I've got a surprise for you, but I'll have to show you later. Are you still grounded?
I have to be home by 9.
Okay. Well, it might keep.
You could always sneak over after 9.
I can.
My dad'll be gone. I just can't leave.
It's not really grounded then, is it? If your dad's not home.
I could probably sneak out after he leaves.
And I sort of like turn and I include Colby into the thing, and I'm like, Colby, when are you off shift?
I am closing tonight, so I'll be done at 7.
Okay. Look, I don't know how long this is going to take, so I'll see you later. And I like look at Charlotte and maybe like, give her a little kiss. But on the way past, like I need to like talk to Colby real quick. So I like just sort of like gesture him over.
Okay, I'll bite.
Okay. And I'm like, Colby, I might need your help after you're done with work.
Okay, I'm listening.
And yeah, I was trying to do something, and it went a little weird, and I might need your help.
I am gonna need way more info than that.
Yeah. All right, let's see. How many strings on you? You've got strings on me. Everyone's got strings on me.
Oh, you have one on Colby still.
Okay. I could also just seduce him. And I think I look at you and I say, Colby, I don't really have time to explain it right now, but I could really use your help, and I feel like we made a connection that like we can be there for each other. And like I'm looking you like right in the eyes.
Fine. But okay, can you come by? Like, I'm not just gonna show up wherever you tell them. Like, where am I meeting you? Like, I can we talk about this in some more detail instead of just me showing up somewhere?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can talk about it later. I just like it's kind of supposed to be a surprise, and like if this gets screwed up, then everything's going to get messed up, and I just don't want that to happen. So thanks, Colby.
All right.
I really appreciate it.
You want a drink to go? Clean chai.
Clean chai. I don't get a dirty chai.
No. No, you don't. I have a 1 dirty chai per shift limit. Sorry.
Oh, are you shutting me down? What's the story here?
No, I am just.
Is that just verbal flirting as far as Colby's concerned?
No, I didn't really mean it to be a shutdown.
Yep.
Because it was like what I meant for it to be was I agreed to do what you wanted me to do sight unseen, and I'm just jagging you back a little bit.
Oh,
like,
sure.
Like, yeah, you don't get a dirty. Like, I'll help you, but you don't get a dirty chai.
Drake's so damn sensitive after not getting his way consistently.
Right.
So awful. Sensitive.
This is awful. How do people live like this?
Hashtag Snowdrake.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. There's some big beef going on, right? All right. Well, let us cut ahead to Drake meeting with Brandon. In fact, I don't really care about playing out that scene so much. Although, I don't know, Gail, do you want to stumble across this?
Well, that's why I want Colby, because
transaction. I'm
actually a little worried that like
you're going to get knifed.
Yeah, something weird's going to happen.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll delay, and we'll just go to end of shift. And I don't know how you're going to hook up with Colby, or was the goal for Colby to meet you out there in the middle of the woods?
No, I'll come and I'll get him.
Okay.
So pick up at me locking up the store at 7:02.
Right. Right. Because your closing, which should take 15 minutes, takes a minute and a half.
Yep. All right. So what's going on here?
So I was trying to get Charlotte a new phone.
Okay.
And I got a guy to to do it for me, like as a deal, but he wants more than I want to give, if you know what I mean.
Like a 3-year contract?
No, like me later tonight.
Oh. Okay. So you're not going to use me as bait, are you?
No, more backup.
Okay. So is this like a I hide in the woods sort of thing, or is this like
yeah,
I am possibly on the menu as well sort of thing?
I was just thinking about you as backup, but you want to come along.
I don't know if I want to come along. How about I hide in the woods?
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, I guess I have to ask, like, what's in it for me?
I think
you know where a good hot tub is.
Yeah.
It's even free range water.
It's not cruelty free, though. I can tell you.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's high cruelty water.
Yeah.
Animal tested and everything.
Animal constructed, actually.
Yep. This water's kind of murky. Yeah.
And I just saying, like, Colby, we're just starting to like connect and understand each other a little bit, and I want to do more of that. And I wouldn't ask you this favor, except that I know that you're capable of it. I know how like, I know you're strong and you're resilient, and I'm and I could just
I can't listen to you just trip over yourself anymore. I'll do it. It's fine. I appreciate the compliments. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, no, like Drake's bad at being vulnerable, and he's also being pretend vulnerable. So
Yep. All right. Well,
all right.
Let's do it.
So meet up with
Yep.
Brandon.
Okay, dokie. So your goal was to get out there in advance of Brandon, so Colby can be off to the side of this little clearing.
Right.
Boy, it'd be really cool if Colby accidentally wandered into Gail's clearing. Got distracted while you were stabbed by some mass murderer. I definitely think we might have to have that happen. So you guys get set up, and Colby, you're there in the woods watching, and this kind of greasy looking, I don't know, early 20s guy comes out, and he's got like one of those scraggly, I wish I could grow a beard, but this is the best I can do type beards, and long hair. And he's got a Metro PCS plastic bag, and he's whistling and walking along like he's going to a super good party. And Drake, you see Brandon come into the clearing. He's like, yeah, I actually didn't know if you would be here.
No, I said I'd be here. I'm glad you turned up, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm glad I turned up too. So you want to have a bowl or two first here before we take care of things?
Sure. Yeah, let's just chill out.
And so he pulls a little one hitter out of the bag and a baggie and loads it up and sparks it. And he takes his big toke and then hands it over to you.
And I take it.
Okay. This stuff doesn't taste like the weed you've smoked before. It's got kind of a chemically taste to it, and just doesn't seem quite right. And rather than mellowing out, you're getting kind of more amped up. And he takes the hitter back from you, and he does another deep one and then knocks it out, loads it up again, sparks it, and hands it back to you. What do you do?
I take it like from his hands, so like I'm like I'm getting to the point where like I kind of don't know where my hands are and I'm getting kind of loose, right? And I like as I put my hands on him, I look him in the eyes and I say like, well, it's good stuff. Like this is, where'd you get this? And at the same time, I'm gonna try to like sort of like slide into his mind so that I can hear. I'm gonna dark gaze into the abyss.
Okay.
To try to get information about what's going on.
Roll what dark, please.
All right. My dark is bad. Dark is -1. How could this go wrong? Oh, that's a 10.
Oh, you crushed it. All right, so lucid visions, and you take +1 forward addressing them. So you're holding it and you're getting ready to take a breath. You notice him watching you really intently, and you've got this acrid smoke wafting up and bleeding across the surface of his mind. You can hear him thinking, just a couple more hits, chop him up, chop him up. Couple more hits, chop him up, chop him up. Yep, dude totally wants to kill you and then necrophilia your corpse.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the Ozarks, bud.
Yeah.
And it's PCP laced weed.
Oh man.
And you get a picture of like a hunting knife that's in the bag too, having placed it in there. What do you do? You get +1 forward acting on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I sort of like do my best to like not not get as much in as I can.
It's like, no, you gotta like really hit that hard. Take the edge off.
Like, oh,
you're looking kind of nervous.
Yeah, I'm just a little lightheaded. I just need to sit down, and I sit near the bag. And is it open? Does he have it like?
It's laying there kind of partially collapsed. So
yeah.
It's a plastic bag, so you can't look right down into it.
Sure.
But you can see the lumpy shapes in it. And yeah, for sure, one of those could be a big old hunting knife for gutting a deer or whatever, or people.
It sounds like keeping your cool. Trying to act at all normal in this situation.
No, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Hear that, or you could just decide to run away screaming for Colby.
No, because I'm gonna.
That's what I'll end up doing in the end.
All right, I'll keep my cool. My cold is +1. It's an 8.
All right. So on a 7 and 9, the MC will tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to back down or go through with it.
So I'm basically like surreptitiously going for the knife to defend myself with. So you can tell me how that. I'm going to go ahead with it. You can tell me how it's making me vulnerable.
I think that what's going to happen is he's going to see you going for that bag, and he might just try to clock you physically. And he was hoping to get you so jangled up on the weed that it'd be easier pickings. So your hand is going for that bag, and just as you start pulling it open, he just jumps on you. So Colby, you see this creepy dude who's been passing some sort of little pipe back and forth with Drake. He just takes a swing at him, hits Drake upside the head. Oh, take a harm, Drake.
Where am I on harm?
Are you up to 4 now, maybe?
I am up to 4.
Oh. So when you go to 4, you can go darkest self and reset, or you can give up all your strings and reset.
All right. Or I can die.
Or you can die. And then you can bring in your Sasquatch character.
No, I gotta bring in the ghost so I can have an interro bang.
Oh, I forgot that conversation. Yes. Oh my God, Drake's ghost would be the worst. I've been watching you.
I'm already darkest self.
Oh shit, that's right.
So I'd have to lose all my strings. Oh, I have so many strings.
It's liberating.
No, it's bad. All right, I'll lose all my strings. Oh, this is very bad.
Okay.
I'm going to run out of the woods and tackle him, by the way.
All right, so lash out physically, please, Colby. Gail, you hear a big ruckus from over at your airstream at the clearing over to the side.
Yeah, and I don't think I can react right away because I've got the chimney of fire going, but I'm actually like dancing naked around it. And so I hear this ruckus and I immediately like stop and kind of instinctively cover myself. And then I hear the ruckus continuing, but I actually run into the airstream for a little while to get dressed.
Gotcha. Okay.
All
Did
right.
you roll?
I have not. I was just looking. It's plus volatile, which is
that is
-1
correct
for me. So let's go ahead and roll that. Oh, that's a 4.
Okay. So Colby, you go out there, and what were you trying to do? Just jump on him or what?
Yeah, as soon as I saw the tussle over the knife, I was just going to go and tackle him off of Drake.
All right. So you just like full body slam him and ride him down to the ground. And he hits a stick that's sticking up out of the ground, and it just comes punching through his torso. Probably just right above from where the kidney would be in his back, and pops out the front, and guy's just screaming. And so now you hear all this screaming and agony, Gail. What are you doing, Colby, Drake, Gail? Cries of pain.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just like I think it's, and this is pretty nasty, but I think I end up like getting on him and like either holding his mouth shut or taking that plastic bag and like wrapping it around his head so he can't scream.
Oh God. Right? Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Drake is panicked, and this guy is like screaming and dying.
The screams just as with the bag over his head, his hands come up, and they just kind of go from hitting against you to just patting against you, and then they drop, and then his body does a couple spasms. Yeah, he's dead. That'd be a good time for Gil to come in.
Yeah, I think she comes out of the airstream and she's got the special bong in her hands, and she's like got a lighter and ready to get in touch with her dad and bring him on the scene. But then she hears the struggling stop, and she kind of stands there for a little while, And so she puts, like, the door to her Airstream is still open. She puts it inside the door, closes the door, walks over to her chopping block, and she grabs like this little hand axe that she was using to cut wood yesterday. And she's wearing a robe. And so she's kind of like holding her robe together up by her neck and kind of walking gingerly out toward the perimeter of her property. And she is there any like light source or anything going on over there, or?
Well, it's not real late yet. It's like about 8 o'clock. So you've got the sun's, starting to go down. So it's more like dusk.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
You can see pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, then I think Gail is going to, kind of look out there, and she doesn't see any hulking beasts out there or anything. So she's going to kind of, hello? Who's out there?
Oh, you guys recognize that voice. Colby does for sure. And you feel that flare of recognition too, Drake.
Yeah.
It's the Fair Trade Coffee Girl. What do we do?
Oh no, there was conflict here. She's gonna hate it.
God, I don't know what to do. Look, should we just go? Let's just bail.
Who's there? I heard you.
You guys gonna run away?
Fuck. We can go. We can go. Nobody saw this. I'm the only witness to this. Right? Did the girl... Fuck, did she see it?
I don't know. We're going to have to find out.
Fuck. All right, fine.
All right. Just leave this. Here, grab that bag.
You're not going to look in there and see if there was even a phone ever?
That's what I want. I need the bag. I need the cell phone.
Otherwise, it's all for nothing.
Which it probably was, considering he was going to murder and then rape me. And I think I start walking towards Gail. Like, Gail? Is that you? I got so turned around in these woods.
Drake?
Yeah, me and Colby, we were out here just hanging out.
In the woods?
Isn't that where you hang out?
I live here.
All right, well, one of those things is weird.
So Gail is like, she visibly relaxes at this point, kind of lets go of her hand on her neck or whatever, and even maybe like fluffs up the edge of the collar, a little bit, and she's still got the hatchet in her hand, but she's kind of just holding it loose down at her side now. And she's like, well, I mean, I don't have any shoes on, and there's a lot of brush between me and you, so
look, we'll come to you. It's cool.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That'd be fine. Yeah, come on.
Right. Colby, can you grab my stuff? Is there anything? There should be some stuff on the ground.
Yeah, I can grab your stuff.
All right. So eventually, whenever they get over, you see Gail standing there, and her hair is like a really dark red. You don't remember what her hair color was like before, but it's this really dark, kind of almost threatening red. And she's got this axe hanging down at her side that's like a hand axe. It's maybe like a foot long handle or something. Not much more than a hatchet, but it's an axe that she's holding in her hand. And then she's wearing this like fluffy white bathrobe. And she's like, so was everything okay? I heard a lot of noise out there.
Yeah, we got it's embarrassing. tripped over some stuff back there, and then we like fell together, and we made a bunch of noise and yelled and kind of stuff.
Oh,
I'm not.
She
a
kind
super,
of looks between you and Colby again, and then she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah,
no problem."
Look, I'm not the outdoorsiest, but it's nice.
Oh yeah. This is my place, and so she kind of like gestures, and you can see there's this pristine looking silver or chrome Airstream trailer that's connected to this janky VW bus. And there's a Grand Am, a Pontiac Grand Am in the yard, but you're not certain it works. Like, it doesn't look like it's quite ready for the cinder blocks, but there it is. And then she's got her bike leaned up against the trailer, and you can see the chimney on her moss-covered lawn is sort of, billowing smoke or whatever.
Wow, this is quite the setup. That Airstream trailer is amazing.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I like it. It's pretty cool. Do you want to come over and sit down? I've got chairs set up by the chimney.
Sure. Come on, Colby. Let's not be strangers.
Colby's just looking like completely updating his humans dossier for this.
I'm introducing bad data.
Data model corrupted.
Yeah, so I think there are 3 little like faux Adirondack folding chairs that are out on this lawn around the chimenea, conveniently just enough for everybody who's here. And she sits down in one of them, and she's like, "Yeah, please, make yourselves at home." Oh, how do I say this? Do you smoke?
I had a bad experience.
Oh, really? When?
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't that long ago.
Oh, that's too bad. Colby, what about you?
You're not gonna, and I don't mean to be rude, and you've probably heard this story, but it just doesn't work on me for some reason. Like, I've tried it before, and it doesn't do anything for me.
I have definitely heard that, but something is telling me that you're probably just not trying the right stuff. But you know what? If you don't want to, that's fine. Consent is key. And I don't even need any myself. That's fine.
Why don't we take a rain check?
But it's not raining. But really, that's
until
fine.
It is, right? Yeah. I'm like, we should grab a selfie of this. This is the first time we've been out here. This is a cool place.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great, Drake. Do you want to come over here?
Yeah, so we get really close so we can both get into the frame, and take like kind of a cute snap.
Yeah, absolutely. Her robe smells delicious.
Yeah.
It's got this very like natural sort of it's almost like potpourri, but not quite. So yeah, you come over and then she's like, "Oh, but Colby, you've got to get in the picture too. We're new friends."
Yeah, for sure, Colby. Come on.
Gigantic eye roll. Yeah, sounds great.
All right. So what do we say? Is it cheese or something or what?
Cheeks.
I've never heard that one before. That's so
a new one. It's the vowel sound.
All right. Well, here we go. Cheeks.
That's a smoking hot photo.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Gail definitely like fluffed the robe up even a little more.
Sure.
Right before the picture.
Yeah. And
got in real close to Drake.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and Drake was like trying to do the same thing. So
do you guys like have your arms around each other, or are you just shoulder to shoulder and leaning?
I think like I'll put my hand around her waist.
Yeah.
So that like we can be like right up next to each other.
And I've got my arms around his neck.
Oh my god, I'm not sure who should be rolling hot here.
Is there such a thing as an opposed hot roll?
We could both do it.
Yes, you could both turn each other on and wind up promising something to each other.
Well,
Yeah,
and then Colby could shut us both down.
So thankful I can't vomit.
High roll. Colby just starts emitting that screaming sound that Brandon made.
All right, so you want us to both go ahead and roll?
Yeah, go ahead and
All
roll
right.
hot.
Sounds good.
Ooh, okay. Off to a good
So
start.
that's a 10 for you,
That's a
Gail?
10. Yep.
All right.
Oh, Drake, no mojo.
For me. No, it's a 7.
7?
It's a 7.
Okay.
That's
So,
something.
okay. Yep, it sure is. So starting with Gail's, on a 10 plus, you get a string. So go ahead and add another string for Drake.
Sure do have a lot of them.
Yep. And then Drake, you get to choose to give yourself to Gail, promise something that you think she wants, or get embarrassed and act awkward, which I just... So which of those would you like to do? And then, let's see, Gail, you're going to have to choose one of those as well. Or you can give Drake a string or choose one of those reactions. Give yourself to them, promise something you think you want, or get embarrassed and act awkward.
Oh, boy.
I know.
So I'm going to choose get embarrassed and get awkward because I think you probably you can tell from the picture, but you can't see that like Drake can see right down her robe as they're taking this picture.
There came the photo right then.
Yeah. And so I think like we hold the contact and maybe like we do something kind of funny, like we like fall back into the chair, like into the same chair or something like that, and be like, this place is really fun. I should come hang out more often.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I usually don't, like expose myself to people first time they've come to my house. But yeah. So she kind of stands up and like holds the collar of her shirt a little bit, or of her robe a little bit. But her walk kind of belies the awkwardness that she's feeling. And she kind of like, saunters away over by the chimney and then turns around and is like, yeah, you should come over, anytime you want.
Great. Yeah, that sounds great. But Colby, do we still have that? We have that thing later, right?
Yeah, we do. What time are we supposed to be there?
I think 9.
Yeah.
What kind of thing?
We just had a I said I was gonna meet Charlotte later, and I thought I was gonna have something to give her, but now I'm not sure. So you didn't happen to find it, did you, Colby? On the ground?
I did not. It wasn't in the bag.
All right. Well, have to figure something else out.
What did you lose?
Oh, look, I got Charlotte a present, and I was going to give it to her tonight, but I lost it.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, you didn't lose it. You tried to talk to somebody and not buy something from a mainstream store. Instead, you sort of kind of did a one-on-one deal with a person, and they ended up, not coming through in that part of the deal.
Yeah, they kind of broke a promise. It didn't work out.
But it's not like you bought her something at a kiosk in the mall, right? Like you tried to do something different, and that just didn't work out.
Right.
What? So, but like, was this a surprise or like what? I don't get it.
Yeah, it was going to be a surprise.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I mean, I'd offer to help, but I don't think Charlotte likes me very much. So I just don't really know what to do about that.
Oh, don't worry about it. This, she'll come around.
You think so? That would be great. I'm always in for new friends.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure once she gets to know, once she sees this place.
Yeah, you should totally bring her out next time you come. That'd be so much fun.
All right.
So, so Drake, I'm going to say it does occur to you that you could check that guy and see if he had the phone somewhere else on him.
I mean, I don't know why he would have. He was just going to murder me.
Yeah.
So.
Or you could he almost for sure would have a phone. Of course, then you have a murderer's phone.
Right. A dead murderer's phone.
Shark could meet some new people that way, though. His friends are probably really cool. Oh, yeah. Keys to the kiosk.
Oh, yeah. That's not actually a terrible idea.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. So I will catch up with everybody later because I have some grisly business to do.
Okay, well, yeah, you said you were lost earlier, so I mean, just like click your heels 3 times and think about home, and you'll make it there.
Are you even for real?
Well, I mean, some people think I'm kind of out of this world, but
I'll say, and then I leave.
Is Colby still standing there?
Have you been eye rolling the whole time, Colby?
I don't even want to know what he's doing. This was supposed to be some sort of like male bonding trip to the woods, and the next thing you know, you leave the dude alone for 5 minutes, and then he's walking off somewhere to get Charlotte a present. And that's good. He should give Charlotte presents, but man, I don't know.
Being a third wheel is so much fun too.
Well, and I think whenever Colby's just kind of standing there, Gail is clearly way less comfortable than she was around Drake. And she's kind of like, so it was nice seeing you again.
Yes.
I guess I'll see you later.
Yes, you should come into the coffee shop whenever you want to. And maybe we can talk later or something.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Yeah.
I can talk to the manager about some different tea. Maybe.
Oh, please do. All I want is a conflict-free oolong. I mean, I would kill for it,
All right. Well, see you around.
Yeah. See ya. Yeah. See you later.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you guys pocket the keys off of that body. So Shar, I don't know. Your dad leaves for work a little after 7, or has to be at work by 8, so he leaves about 7:30. Are you just gonna sit at home waiting for Drake to show? I suppose you could be texting him.
Yeah, I feel like I probably would have texted Drake like in the middle of them taking that selfie.
Oh, and perfect.
He just would have like quick deleted it out while he was trying to scramble to get the camera back up. And then, I'm a girl home alone. Her boyfriend's not answering. So I wonder what Colin's up to. So I think I'd probably just like send him, a thirst capture text of, hey.
And you get almost immediately you get back, hey, what's up?
Just at home. WYD ?
Want to hang out?
Oh, I can't. Not tonight. But we did say date on Friday. Just wanted to know what you were thinking.
You get some of those square blocks and their emojis, and he's like, can't wait for it. You really need that new phone.
So what did you want to do?
Well, just 1 second. I've got a work call coming in.
I'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick break.
Breaks for all.
Huzzah.
All right, can you all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wasn't sure. Oh, where did we leave off? Oh, Char was texting with Colin.
Mm-hmm.
And your phone rings. It's calling you. He's frustrated with how slow you're texting back, I think.
Hello?
Hey, it's Colin.
Hey. Hey.
So, we're going to take a short break, I see. Okay, do you want to take a short break real quick?
No, we all did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so, you're not thinking about canceling out Friday, are you? I was really looking forward to it.
No, I totally want to hang out one-on-one. I think it'd be good to get to know more people than just the people
You can say
I
his
know.
name. You can say his name. He shouldn't. What is it? He whose name should not be uttered or whatever. Voldemort.
It'd be good to get to know people that aren't Drake.
There you go. Now you're talking.
I mean, you know, we both kind of run in the same circle of people, and it'd be nice to, you know, get to know you on a more intimate level.
And you hear him kind of choke on whatever he was drinking. He's like, yeah, that would be, wow, that'd be great.
So, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, would it be okay if I came over? We could study together. Something, if you're not supposed to be going out.
I'll have to make sure it's okay with my dad that you come over, but I think we could probably do that.
Do you want me to call you back in a couple minutes so you can check in with your dad?
Oh, he's not home right now. He just left for work, so.
Oh. Well, are you okay with that? Or do you want to put any pressure on you? I mean, it's cool if you've got other stuff or whatnot.
I'll figure out what's going on Friday, and I'll let you know later.
Okay. Just.
Hey, and Colin,
Yeah.
can you not tell anybody about this?
Sure.
Just for now, I don't want it to get back to Drake and have him get angry at you.
You don't want his royalness to get all upset again? He's all bluster. Seriously.
I know.
Today, he tried to push me around, and when I wouldn't let him do it, he tried to take a swing at me.
I know.
All that guy's got is front, nothing else. It's fake.
I don't want anyone to get hurt. So if you could just do me a solid, Colin, please, and don't tell anybody.
Okay, I can keep this on the down low.
Thank you. So maybe tomorrow I can sit at your table at lunch?
That'd be awesome.
But not next to one another, because that's too much of a dead giveaway.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Shar.
Okay, bye, Colin.
Bye. Click.
Mortals are the worst.
I just need to string someone along for a little while.
You're
Feel
both
valued.
the worst. Colin is also the worst.
Colin's poor pawn in Game of Life.
Oh, he's so boring.
Even Shar is starting to realize, like, ugh.
You could have had a study date. You turned down a good time.
This guy is as interesting as wet toilet paper. I think I mixed up phrases, but you know what I mean. So I'm just kind of sitting around waiting to hear back from Drake and like trying not to text him again. But I start doing it anyway.
So what message does Drake get on his phone as? So are you like trying to get into that kiosk now?
Yeah.
This evening? Okay.
Yeah. Because I still want to like swing by.
Okay.
So I'm just like, hey, Dad's gone. And like I do the winky face, but like the actual
semicolon, yeah.
Yeah. And then 5 minutes later,
right.
Where are you?
It's still coming over. So I think the thing that makes sense is like for like the pitch and intensity of the texts to start to go up before Drake shows up.
Yep, that makes sense that can escalate. And we'll say that you didn't have any real trouble getting a phone, and we'll hand wave the whole activation process that has to happen.
It's one of the store phones.
Yeah. You know? So the whole, like you say, the texts have been coming, I don't know, more strident, more urgent, demanding.
You're not blowing me off, right?
And then Drake? I think like at the point where you just like you're like your texts are reading like, I am losing, like I'm getting super mad at you, Drake. You're blowing me off. I text you like, come to the door.
Oh. And I immediately go from that like anger to like peppy, flirty, like, oh, my boyfriend's here. And I stop and I look in the mirror and I make sure that I look put together and I like put on my cutest face.
Right. Your smolder face.
And open the door.
And I think Drake's been like, he sort of like before he came in, he did like, he made sure that he was like put together, like the artifice is there on both sides. and I just step inside, like I don't ask for permission and like sweep you up. And when we pull apart, in your hand is the new phone.
What this? No, is this like an XS Max? Is this the new one?
What? Yeah, it's the newest one.
But
it's better than the one that I've got.
But I have a phone. How did you do that? Why did you do that?
Look, you can't get by with that telegraph machine that you're using. I mean,
T9 works. I can text.
And you're missing a lot of good pictures. That's all I'm saying.
Pictures?
Yeah. It's got a very nice screen, your new phone.
So,
and it has a good camera.
Oh, so I'm privileged to pictures now, huh?
Well, you couldn't before. I mean, your old phone took a swim. So.
Well, yeah. But I can't afford this. I can't pay for this.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I pulled some strings.
Okay. If you insist. But can we take a picture together so I can put it as the background of my phone?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I pull up the camera and of course like the little thumbnail of the last picture that was taken is there.
Oh, it would be like already on the phone, right? Like because you didn't want to know about the seduction,
right?
So like, but I've already seeded that picture onto the phone.
So like I'm like preparing to take a selfie with the two of us, and like my face is all like happy and beamy as I like reach to like take the picture. My face just kind of falls as I see Gail like wrapped around you.
Oh god.
And I stop. And I'm kind of like looking at it like, do I want to push the thumbnail to see what that is, and I kind of like look over at you, and give you like extreme side eye.
And I'm just like, I'm playing dumb, right? Because I'm just like, I'm following your instructions.
Right. So I go ahead and I hit the thumbnail and I pull up the picture. Oh. So is this what you're busy with tonight before you came over to see me?
It was
I guess I didn't know that your night schedule was coffee shop, go hang out with Garden or whatever the fuck her name is, and then come bring me this gift.
Look, you wanted this.
What? Excuse me?
What, next level? I was just doing this. I was doing this for you.
Oh, you were throwing your arms around a half naked, basically clothed woman for me.
You said it would be hot, and then you said not to say anything about it, and now I don't know what's going on.
What are you talking about? What when in my life did you ever hear the words come from my mouth saying, "Hey Drake, you know what would be great is if you wrapped your arms around some chick named for a fucking meadow."
And like as you're like getting up in my face, I just like hold my phone like right up in front of your face. That's your number.
That's my number, but that's not me. That's Drake. I never sent that. Here, look at my phone. Look at my sent texts.
I don't even know how to work this thing. What is this?
Is there anything I can do to make the text appear on her phone?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You know I don't know how to delete things on this phone. I never sent anything to you like that. What the hell is going on, Drake?
Great. I mean, like I thought it was weird, but I thought, after last night and all of that stuff, I thought it would be, it was what you were into.
So I indulge in one threesome with you, and you think all of a sudden I'm gonna let you just jump after every girl with a set of tits hanging out of her robe?
You gonna shut me down?
Yes.
Yep.
Real cold.
What's my
Okay.
cool? Oh, so
Yeah.
that's 4.
Well, mark XP. Or mark him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, gonna give you the condition Char Psycho.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Yeah.
That seems pretty all-purpose condition.
Oh, yeah. Where do I put my condition? Oh, good. So I'm one of them, insecure and a psycho. Right? This is like high school all over again. Love it.
Hold on. I gotta check my darkest self move here.
Oh, yeah. You have to crush someone who's innocent.
Yep.
The best part is that the second picture in the camera roll is the same selfie with Colby in the background. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that one's on my phone, right? Like I had to. This is the new phone that she has. So like literally the only thing on it is like Gail's tits. still feel like I need to destroy you a little bit.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
And then you can clear darkest self. You already gave up all your strings. I mean,
yeah. All right, so you tried to shut me down with the any woman with her tits out.
hanging. Yep.
Yeah. And
I mean, you could just go. I mean, you could just take the phone back and say, "Fine, out of here. You're a psycho. You're nuts. You deserve to be alone. Let me know what you want once you finally make up your mind."
yeah, I mean, I like that. I think I just turn after you're like coming at me with with that line, and it just utterly fails to land, because I just don't think that Drake has any remorse for that kind of thing anyway, and he just looks disappointed, and
You let me down.
Yeah. And he just like, okay, all right, well, you know what? Enjoy the phone. And then he leaves.
Okay, clear darkest self.
All right.
So you let me keep the phone?
I let you keep it, though.
At least Colby has a vibrate mode.
Look, how else can I, like, I need to leave some tendrils in place, right? So that when I come back. But
I think my immediate post Drake leaving move is taking a very like sexy but like tear-filled eye selfie of myself and sending it to like Colby, Levi, and Colin.
Oh man. Okay. Trying to think what I want to do with that next time we play.
While you're thinking about that, I've got a question to clarify my understanding of the rules. So the fairy contract says that if someone breaks a promise or contract made to you, take a string on them, which I did already.
Yep.
And it says when spending a string to even out the score and get justice on a broken promise, I can add these options to pulling strings. But I didn't actually have to pull any strings to get justice in this case, because I think justice has been achieved since this relationship has been damaged. So should I just ignore the rest of that move or what?
No, you still have that string. You can spend it later. If they get back together, you can tear it asunder using that string.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so I don't know. I'm not even sure what to do now. So what'd you do with the body, Drake? What'd you make Colby do with the body?
I think we just left it there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Related to that,
yeah,
one of the things I imagined was that Gail's trailer park or like trailer can kind of move around the Branson area. And especially after like hearing violent noises and then having people show up at her place, she would probably try to move that. I don't know if that's something that I would need to roll to accomplish or what, but okay.
No, that's just your magic shtick.
Okay, cool.
If nothing else, you kind of just invoked your contract with the land and your pops and stuff gets done.
Cool. Okay,
I think you're kind of like his little princess, so those things just always work out somehow for you unless Dad's upset.
Of course, of course.
So yeah, probably a good idea to be somewhere else. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of start wrapping up here. So next day at school, all the talk is about the body that was found out in the woods. Been stabbed with stick and then suffocated with a plastic bag. It's on all the news. Branson is obviously going to hell. All the Christian radio stations are talking about how corrupt and horrible the whole area has become. And it's the big talk of the school. And let's see, Colby, you got a sexy, sad text from Shar in the evening. And you notice that along with you, Levi was copied in. And also a number that you don't know. And that would have been Colin. You do anything after you get that text from Shar? New phone, who dis?
New phone, who dis? I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you were asking. Were you asking, did I get
Well, you got that text from Shar that she sent out to you, Colin, and Levi. Super sexy, sad, running mascara. Did you do anything after you got that? Or did you just go, God, can this night get any weirder, and go into sleep mode?
I think that I would probably not have responded back on the chain if there were people there I didn't know.
Well, you could respond directly.
I was just going to say, I would probably respond privately something like, let me guess, night didn't go as planned.
So you get that message back, Shar?
I don't know what was planned, ? But Drake's an asshole. Send.
I don't think the plan was to make you cry.
Well, that was what was achieved. So good job, Drake, as usual. What was up with Gail?
I have no idea at all what's up with Gail. Like various nature emojis, send.
Oh my God, you just finally got emojis from someone on your phone. The clouds part, the sun shines down.
Oh, so I don't know. I'm probably hit the goldenrod, right? And I'm thinking like, just take a little bit of water and splash it on my face and take a selfie of that and just send that along too. I hung out with Drake tonight too.
Wait, so were all three of you with Gail? Or both of you with Gail? Were all three of you together?
Yes.
In the hot tub.
There was no hot tub. Silence narrator voice.
Okay. Cool. Neat. So we're just ignoring the last 24 hours, apparently now. Just all of us, just pretending it didn't happen.
I don't even know. You would have to ask Drake. I have a really long memory.
Colby, you're so weird.
I know.
What are we going to do about this Gail chick? ? Plant emoji, flower emoji, knife emoji. Question mark. I'm kidding, of course. Send.
I was going to make a pushing up daisies joke, but she would enjoy that. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with either of them. I really have no idea. I feel like Drake's being a weirdo. He's being even more of a weirdo around her, and I don't get her at all. I don't get anybody, but I really don't get her.
Okay. You know what I find really weird? Drake is in my head all the time, 24/7. I'm head over heels. But when she's around, all I can think of is daggers at her. Isn't that weird?
Are those different feelings?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know either. I'm not awesome at talking about feelings.
I get a weird feeling, a weird vibe from her. I think there's something up. And I think she's trying to ruin things between me and Drake. So we need to ruin her first.
We could probably make that happen. I could give her conflicted tea.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good start, Colby.
We'll start there.
Maybe we'll brainstorm tomorrow.
Chinese water torture. We'll just tweak her in a million subtle. No, maybe we'll just talk tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Have a good night. Are you like shutting down for the night? I still don't know how that works.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut down for the night. I have to open tomorrow at the coffee shop.
Okay. Well, see you tomorrow.
All right. See you around.
So awkward.
It's a cultivated awkward.
All right, we're a little after 9:20. I think we'll go ahead and wrap up. So that next morning at school, there's all the talk about the body that was found. Luckily, your fingerprints probably aren't on file because they're going to be all over that plastic bag, Drake.
Look, I was a customer at Metro PCS earlier today. It's a plausible reason for my fingerprints to be on that bag.
So we'll have to figure out how that's going to work out. So next session, is that the one you can't make, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless something happens, I'll let you know that day, but it's unlikely that I'll make it.
What day is it again?
2 weeks from today. So what, 23rd?
Okay. Yep.
All right, I am going to stop this. So